Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Rockingham for the third race in the 2019 NRSL Mountain Dew for the Win Cup Series season. Two races in, two different winners. Daytona 500 to Jonathan Zorlin. Atlanta last week, BMW gets their first win and only their second race. Competitor Audi still looking for that first win through now what will be their 40th race. Austin Alves was the victor there at Atlanta. Let's go through your point standings here, top 10. Jonathan Zorlin still leading the points, only driver with two top fives on the season. Austin Alves second in the standings, Alex Gray third, rookie Patrick sixth, surprisingly up there in fourth. Zach Flickinger fifth, TJ Hanley sixth, Jessica Shelton seventh, Zachary Fitzwater Sr. eighth, Edwin Mendez ninth, Marty Johnson in 10th. And then Johnny Gardner and Rob Evans 11th and 12th, the last two spots currently in the 12 driver chase field. Let's go through your starting lineup for today's race. Seth Cole on the pole here at Rockingham. We know he can get it done at speedways. Dylan Young will start second. Young got the pole at Atlanta, had a pretty strong race, but he did not get the W done. Starting in row 2 is Jonathan Zorlin, your winner from Daytona. Had a great car last week at Atlanta. Didn't get the W, but he did get a top 5. Starting next to him is Mark Riggleman. In row 3, we've got James Qualls and Alex Gray. Row 4, Rob Evans and Samet Oskin. And in row 5, one of those Audis driven by Nico Tringali with our top rookie on the year so far, Patrick Sick. I am just want to note to our drivers, I am in a little bit of discomfort here today. But otherwise, I will do my best to give you flag to flag coverage. Let's go trackside for the command to fire engines.
Y'all come say it with me. Drivers, start your engine!
So we see the field pull out onto the track. There's Alves, outside line. Last row, Charles Sanford and DJ Curtis. So 138 laps of action here today. Now, last time we were here last year in the fall in Cup was a night race. Now, the strategies we saw for what was a 99 lap event, or was it 118? I think it was a 118 lap event. It was a lot different than I thought. So it actually, we might have had a 138 lap race in the fall too. I can't remember. Anyways, coming onto the front straightaway, strategy will definitely be interesting to watch. Green flag is out, and we are underway here at Rockingham. I saw Mendez and Shearer were thinking about going 3 wide. They are actually 3 wide there in the back. Seth Cole trying to clear Dylan Young. Dylan's brother Sam did a great job in the truck race yesterday. But the top side has no real grip except in 1 and 2. So Seth Cole will lead the first lap of the day. Zorlin up to second. This is where he was last week at Atlanta. Most of the first run until he took the lead. They are not using the same package they used at Atlanta. That will be used next week at Auto Club. We're expecting speeds of up to 210 miles an hour into turn 1. All right, now Seth Cole, Jonathan Zorlin pulling away from the field as Rob Evans fights hard to get past Alex Gray. Nico Tringali's there. Behind him, they'll move up to 3rd and 4th, and then Jay Jefferson's coming up here. He'll move up to 5th. The bottom line working very hard here already. Got John Art up to 6th. Cole Deaver looking for 7th. Rookie Sebastian Kugelon is into the top 10. That's the top dodge in the field right now, as teammates Young and Oskin fight for 10th place. And Oskin will take that position away. Looks like Alex Gray will have a chance to fall in line here in 9th place. I don't know if he's going to do it here. No, he's getting a bit of a run there, but he will fall in line behind Kugelon as Rob Evans loses third place to Nico Tringali. And Tringali does not have any career wins to his name, but he has shown to be very strong on speedways, or intermediates as we call them. And we'll take some, there's a long day, but so far Tringali looking like he's got a strong race car. And what would it mean to see Audi get their first win right 1 week right after BMW got it? So fast. Audi's been struggling. But to the fair point, BMW did have Austin Alves on that team there, who had already won 3 career races, and Nate Rogers with just 1 win at Richmond in 2017, and Tringali with nothing to show in 2017. So Audi took the risk on 2 drivers who had not shown a lot of skill. But Tringali rides in third. Rob Evans, Jay Jefferson, 2 rookies in the top 5 right now. And how about John Arndt running up here in the 6th place position? This is a driver we have not talked about and on an often basis. He had that 1 win in the 2017 in the fall of Talladega, but 2017 he started the year off consistently as the points leader, and then things went sideways. Found himself missed the chase. So it would have been very hard to make it with no wins. But he's running 6th right now, so far so good. Kukulon 7th, Deaver 8th, Alex Gray 9th, and Sam Oskin sits in 10th. Got Riggleman here. Peter Sands moving up to 12th place. He'll pass James Qualls for that position. Kev Shearer 14th, Marty Johnson 15th. There's Dylan Young down to 16th place now. Andrew Miller 17th. There's Levi McIntyre trying to get by Phil Parker for 18th. And Patrick Sick rounds out the top 20. The top side is pretty difficult. There's Nate Rogers, the other Audi. He's stuck on that top line right now. They are a little bit 3 wide there. This is Zach Flickinger. Actually, no, it's Charles Jackson, Ryan Brommer, and Charles Sanford. Ace Rogers back here, Jessica Shelton, TJ Hanley, bunch of names at the top of the point standings. Getting pretty tight right here. Jackson will fly way out of the way. TJ Hanley getting a little aggressive here. TJ got to replace the veteran of the 24 on this channel, Michael Amato, who through 7 seasons of Neymar had 2 championships, but no luck in the Mountain Dew for the Win Cup Series. He had the 2 wins in 2017 here at this track and at Charlotte, but no wins last year. And honestly, seeing the 24 of Amato last year and this guy right here, James Shelley, 2 guys who had 2 wins at intermediates in 2017, didn't get a single win in 2018, was kind of shocking, to be honest. And now Shelley struggling again here today. As he begins to fall closer and closer to the rear. There's Alex Ferranti in the 48. Johnny Gardner 42nd. Wondering if he got the wall or something. Anyway, Seth Cole has pulled a 1.68 second lead on Jonathan Zorlin. And he continues to gap Zorlin almost to 2 seconds now. Nico Tringali sitting there in 3rd. Rob Evans, Jay Jefferson still top 5. Arndt, Kukulon, Deaver, Gray, and Oskin. That's the top 10. Fastest lap from the first run will go to Seth Cole, 24.214. Tringali second on that list at 2.84. 3.29 by Evans, 3.42 by Zorlin. Highest driver on there that I don't see up at the front is actually 2 drivers, Quentin Moore in the 89 and Gardner in the 7, who we know is last. Where is Quentin Moore position wise? 21st. Okay, so maybe Moore and Gardner got some work to do. Gardner is actually a lap down, so I'm not sure what the problem with the 7 car was, but he is a lap down. So Gardner not getting off to a good start here today. honestly not getting off to a good start on the season, I think. So look at the point standings, the defending champion. Actually, yeah, no, that's right. Gardner is 11th in the standings with 1 top 10. And apparently it's a lot harder for Tringali to pass Sorlin than he thought. And apparently, headset batteries go from 53 to 10% extremely quickly. Because my headset just beeped at me. And you probably all heard it. So while you watch that battle, I'm going to plug this in. Probably heard that too. But Seth Cole looking like he's going to get that first W today. Looked like he might have had a shot at it last week. Now Tringali will dive it into turn 3. This is definitely the corner to pass someone on the bottom. Easily will sit by Sorlin there. So now we'll see if Tringali can hunt down Seth Cole or not. Looks like Rob Evans will try and follow through for third. And it looks like he's gonna get it done. So Sorlin now falls from second to fourth. Jefferson could be looking for that position. Sebastian Kukulon has passed John Arndt for sixth. And Oskin's trying to get ninth from Alex Gray. A couple of fourths here on the back end of the 33 Chevrolet. Oskin, Riggleman, and Sands. Kev Shear, highest BMW on the day right now in 13th. Big gap from 13th to 14th to 15th. Must have been some pretty hard maneuvers going on through 1 and 2. So Gray will fall out of the top 10. That'll bring Oskin up to 9th and Riggleman up to 10th. And that splits up 8th to 9th. See Kukulon kind of with a slow lap. That's going to let Arndt catch back up. Arndt might try and get 6th place back. But for now, Tringali pulling back away from that group. But still no dice on catching Seth Cole, who's got a 3-second lead now on the pack. There he is at the end of the straightaway. Seth Cole just dialed in, got the pole. Now he's got the fastest car. Tringali second, Rob Evans, Jay Jefferson putting on a good showing here today. Third and fourth, you've got Kukulon, another rookie, in sixth. Sorlin still looking pretty good right now as he sits in fifth place, still trying to continue that top 5 streak. So we're already at lap 24, so we should have another 15 laps of action into this run. As 3 Fords are battling hard here for 9th, Oskin, Riggleman, and Sands. We've got Kev Shearer up to 12th, Gray falling to 13th, and now Andrew Miller creeping in from 14th. Johnson, McIntyre, Sick, Alves, Young, and Moore. That's the top 20. Teammate to Moore Fitzwater sitting right there in 21st. So here's last week's winner, Austin Alves, sitting in 18th place. Not a bad position when you've got to only stay top 30 in the points. Teammate a couple spots ahead of him, and another one a couple spots behind him in the form of DJ Curtis. And there's the other Audi. Nate Rogers looking for 23rd on Edwin Mendez. And there's a rumor going around. It was reported before the season began, but Dodge has stated that Bulldog Motorsports is not going to run their darts in 2020. And Ace Rogers running back here 19th, a rookie. Johnny Gardner lap down car on those 1 lap fresher tires or whatever. Just going to pass him. That's not even for position. But you can see Ace struggling here today at Rockingham. He will be in the truck for the 51 Toyota team at Martinsville, so he'll be doing double duty at Martinsville. That's where he won his only career race last year in the Truck Series. It is unknown what manufacturer this team will switch to, and it is unknown if Dodge will even have an appearance in the series for 2020. Let's try and find all our Bulldog drivers. You've got Ace Rogers back there running in 39th. The other two are running towards the front, actually. There's Marty Johnson in 15th. No news on if he will return to this team. There are rumors Keith Rich could come up to Cup in 2020 when his father Andrew returns. Andrew slated to still be on Bulldogs roster. The normally four-car team down to 3 this year. We'll see what happens with that story headline. Gray has fallen to 14th. Shearer has moved up to 11th. Miller up to 12th. As Jefferson begins to fall back. And Sorlin is on the fall back again as John Arndt and Kukulon have made it into the top 5. Kukulon in 4th, Arndt in 5th. So Sebastian Kukulon currently sits in 4th position. Second highest rookie behind this guy right here, Rob Evans, as it looks like Tringali and Evans have checked out a bit. So the top 3 have separated from the field. Seth Cole still holding a 3.22 second lead over Tringali. It doesn't look like Seth is gapping second place anymore like he was when Sorlin was in that position. So it looks like Sorlin will fall behind Cole Deaver. Deaver, the breakout rookie from 2018, will be looking to get at least 2 wins in 2019 here. It would be probably considered a disappointing season. But he is trying to pull away from Sorlin. Oskin's up to 8th, Sands up to 9th, and Kev Shearer will be the first BMW into the top 10 here today as Jefferson continues to plummet, now down to 12th place. And Andrew Miller up to 11th. Second highest driver out of the Chip Ganassi team, and he's going to pass Shearer for 10th place. So Andrew Miller on the move. Something good under these Ganassi cars today. Let's see if we can find the next Ganassi car in line. That would be James Shelley sitting in 29th place. Not having the day he would like to be having. And Tony Green sits in 37th. Gardner continuing to make his way up through the field, but like I said, a lap down. Gardner will probably like to see is everyone pits and he's on the lead lap and then a caution comes out. But there is Seth Cole continuing to track down the field. Yeah, kind of got some eyes here on this 8 car. He's been whipping up through the field. We're at about 3.5 seconds of fall off from fresh rubber. See if anybody deep in the pack decides to pit early. We are about 4 laps from pit stops. Miller to the inside of Sands. This will be for 9th. And Miller will take that position. So Miller might have a car good enough for a top 10, top 5 finish. Time will tell. Sorlin still riding in 7th place. As we're going to begin watching the top 5 or so to see if any of them come down pit road. But you see Seth Cole still definitely fastest car on the track. And strategies got weird because Andrew Rich probably had the best car, but he decided to pit after only 26 laps on a run. These Cup cars do fall off a lot more, so if you're in the 40 lap window, pitting earlier would probably be a better idea at some point. As long as you do the math right. Going 40, 40, 40 gets you to lap 120. So that's a 19 lap run there. So if you add 21 laps to that, pit lap 40, lap 80, and then on lap 100, or just try and cut that last run in half. See Seth Cole now gapping Tringali to a 4-second lead. Kukulon, John Art, Deaver, they're running so slow in the corners right now. And it looks like here we go, pit stops on lap 41. Seth Cole will lead the field down. Evans, Kukulon, Arndt, Deaver. Andrew Miller is gonna stay out. He made it up to 7th. So he is gonna be on some super worn tires. He's gonna lose about 5 seconds doing this. But he's got a fast car, so he should be able to make most of it back up. Miller will come down. Marty Johnson stayed out. A couple rookies here. We got Brock, Quentin Moore. There's Curtis. It looks like Jonathan Sorlin already pit. Sorlin pit a lap before Seth Cole did. Even that is not enough to catch the 42. But that should put Seth in 2nd place. Oh, this is going to be tricky. Oh, Curtis is going to get some damage there from the 88. Had a feeling this was going to happen. Curtis will pluck it on down pit road there. He's got one of the first pit stalls, so that's pretty good for him. So we'll go back up to Seth Cole. He comes out alongside lap down car Ryan Brommer. He's actually lapped Jessica Shelton. With that, Seth Cole takes back the race lead on lap 44. Riding behind 38th place car, Ryan Brommer. Look at all the cars coming out of pit road. There's Johnny Gardner, still a lap down. Looking like he might go 2 down. Oh, this is going to get crazy. So Seth Cole's caught lap traffic. That'll make things fun. So Seth Cole leads. Sorlin 2nd. Sebastian Kukulon up to 3rd. Rob Evans 4th. Sam Oskin 5th. John Arndt 6th. Cole Deaver 7th. Kev Shearer 8th. Peter Sands 9th. And Jay Jefferson is 10th. There is Andrew Miller. So Miller sits in 12th place. So he didn't lose a lot of positions. He only lost 5 positions doing that 1 lap later thing. So we'll see. As long as the run goes green, he should be able to benefit. Get back up to 7th at least. He is 5 seconds behind Cole Deaver, so that is something to watch. There's Alex Gray, McIntyre 14th, 6th, 15th, Rickelman. Johnson 17th. 18th, TJ Hanley. Nico Tringali is on pit road. And if I were to assume what had happened, yep, it looks like he might have gotten pit road glitch towed, and that usually results in someone was coming in or out of his stall next to Tringali. And the same thing that hurt Tringali at Texas in the spring of last season happens here again at Rockingham. He's going to come out here right in front of Alex Gray. This is going to make things very tedious for these lead lap cars. So tough break again for Nico Tringali. The Audi team just cannot catch a break. Charles Jackson and TJ Hanley are up into the top 20. Same with Tony Green. So these drivers may be short pitting a little bit. Trying to see who has fallen. Qualls down the 30th. There's Gardner in 41st now. He's right behind Edwin Mendez. There's Ryan Brommer, Shelley, Curtis. There's Seth Cole, stuck in traffic, and Jonathan Zorlin is catching up to him, which is kind of funny because Zorlin pit a lap before Seth Cole did. Well, the lead can't diminish much more with where Jessica Shelton's driving in line here. So 50 laps into the race, Seth Cole's pretty much led them all. We're going to take a little break and we'll be back on lap 56. Back here at Rockingham. Jonathan Zorlin's tires seem to be starting to kick in a little bit. As he begins to fall back. Still a green flag racing here. Shelton had to check up a bit right off the corner. Let's go through the field. Seth Cole, Jonathan Zorlin, your top two. So Zorlin's strategy of pitting a lap early seems to be working off pretty well for now. We'll see as the run progresses. Sebastian Kugler on top, rookie in the race, running in third all by himself. Rob Evans, though, right behind him in fourth. Battle for fifth between Sam Oskin and John Arndt. Cole Deaver right behind there in seventh, as we see turns 1 and 2 Highline preferred right now in the where they're at in the run. Eighth place is Kev Shearer. Ninth, Peter Sands, and Austin Alves has found himself up to 10th place. As we mentioned, Nico Tringali several laps down. Let's see how many exactly. 4 to be exact. Pit road issues for the 84 team, so he will be putting everyone to the top side as he runs through the field on 3-lap fresher tires. Alves sits in 10th, Jay Jefferson 11th, and Andrew Miller in 12th. Miller 2-lap fresher tires to Zorlin, 1-lap fresher tires to the rest of the field. And then DJ Curtis has another lap on everyone else. As for the 17 car, he sits pretty far back. In fact, he is right here in 36. He's gotten back by Brommer and Shelley. So Curtis got some work to do. But the group in front of Seth Cole continuing to drive away. Caleb Hoffman has passed Shelton and Seth Cole. That has allowed Zorlin to catch back up here on the driver of the 42. And Seth will slide up, and that should let Jessica Shelton back by onto the lead lap. So it looks like the lap down car's tires are coming in. And Seth Cole will fall in line. Or maybe not, he's going to stay on the top side a little longer here. He gets that run off of turn 2. And now Shelton will clear. And here comes Jonathan Zorlin. Don't think he's going to be able to do much, especially having 1 lap older tires than Seth Cole, but he's up here with Seth nonetheless. Sebastian Kugler now under 3 seconds behind. Samet Oskin in 4th, Rob Evans in 5th. Austin Alves has made it up to 8th. John Arndt in 7th as Nico Tringali slicing through these guys. Andrew Miller up to 11th. Is going to cut down under Jefferson right on corner exit as he's trying to get 10th. So it looks like Kev Shearer is falling back. So now we're getting to the point in the run where the people who pit a little later are having have cars with more grip, or tires, I mean, with more grip in them. So Miller's going to take 10th place here away from Jay Jefferson as Greg looks for 12th from Kev Shearer. Rob Evans will now fall down to 7th. John Arndt, Cole Deaver, others getting by him. As Tringali will approach Austin, so it looks like about a 6/10 of a second difference, or half a second difference between Tringali and the field right now. Kukulon in third is slowly but surely going to catch Sorlin here, who is showing that tire age. About 20 laps, 23 laps into the run, depending when you pit. So like I mentioned, we'll see if tire strategy gets weird again, like it did last season. I would hope that they don't get weird before lap, or before the third stint. Things have been pretty calm here today. And yep, there it is. So now Seth Cole gapping Sorlin about 2/10 a lap. Kukulon's running close to similar lap times of Seth Cole. And now Tringali will come up here. Cole Deaver has now made it up to 5th. Alves is up to 7th as Rob Evans drops to 8th. Andrew Miller still riding in 10th place. And here comes Tringali. He'll get by Kukulon with ease. And now the 84 will set his eyes on Jonathan Zorlin, who continues to fall. Sam at Austin, though, running some pretty good lap times here. Closed in on race leader Seth Cole that lap. Let's see if anyone ran a faster lap time in this stint, and indeed, Charles Sanford with a 24.201, Alves with a 2.62, Hoffman with a 2.90, and William Flickinger with a 2.93. Slowest lap of the day goes to Dylan Young, a 24.546. So he started second, but he is running 25th now. So not a good race trim car there for Dylan Young. And Tringali will catch Jonathan Zorlin here. Get by him nice and easy. Tringali will see if he can get one of these 4 laps back. So he passed Zorlin pretty easy there. You see Kukulon, Austin trying to close up in the distance along with others. Tringali will get Seth Cole here right on the exit of turn 4. And Cole will let Tringali by with ease, and Tringali will start going through the field again. Getting really close to Shelton's bumper there. Man, almost turned her. Kukulon really closing in on the gap here now. Seth Cole really did gap the field on that first run, but he has lost time here on the second run after catching lap traffic. That could make things interesting on the third stint. Lap traffic was not something we really saw come into play in the Truck Series race. That went green for 99 laps. You know, just one truck there at the end. But here in the Cup race, clearly a much different story. So Kukulon and Austin are the next 2 cars closest to Seth Cole. But they will have to get around Jonathan Zorlin. And my goodness, Kukulon gained about a half second that lap on Seth Cole. Even Zorlin gained a ton of time on Seth Cole that time. What is going on with the 42? About 5 more laps from the next round of stops unless they decide to pit early. Back to a normal lap that time. But that allowed Kukulon and Oskin to close up big time. John Arndt sits in 5th, Alves 6th, Devers 7th. Andrew Miller starting to pass some more cars here. He's looking for 8th on Sands here. Looks like he should get it into 3 here. Oh, wait. Never mind. Thought he was going to come down pit road. Guess not. Rob Evans is going to look for that 9th place position. And then Gray and Jefferson are there to try and launch themselves back into the top 10. TJ Hanley has done a great job staying up here in 16th. He's fighting side by side with Sick for set position. Sanford up to 20th. There's Johnny Gardner. Oh, we've got some pit stops. Charles Jackson's coming down. Kev Shearer. Kukulon came down here on lap 77. I see Rob Evans. Seth Cole did not. Sorlin did. So Sorlin and Kukulon coming out here early. There's Seth Cole leading down Austin, Arndt, Alves, and others. Marty Johnson will stay out. TJ Hanley included. So they pit a few laps earlier here on the second stint. There is Sorlin now. Lap cars and lead lap cars. Fresh tires, old tires could get a little dangerous. There's Sorlin dicing through. Here comes Marty Johnson and TJ Hanley. Sanford will stay out a lap as Mills, Brock, and others come down pit road. Nate Rogers stayed out as well. Alves and Arndt come racing out of pit road side by side. So does Seth Cole and Sam at Oskin. Sanford will get down here on lap 80. He and Nate Rogers come to pit road. No one else stayed out that long. And there's Jonathan Zorlin. Him and Kukulon have definitely gotten by Seth Cole. Yes, indeed. Once we get back to the line, your new race leader will be the 5 of Jonathan Zorlin, but they are going to be in a hornet's nest of cars with fresh tires. So it'll be... time will tell how long this lead stays. How big this lead really is, too. So Zorlin will lead for the first time all day here on lap 82. Kukulon 1.27 back. There's Seth Cole just about 5 seconds back. Even more cars. It looks like Sanford and Nate Rogers stayed out so long they got lapped. My goodness. So those drivers will have some really fresh rubber. But there's Kukulon making a move on Gatlin Downey. Nico Tringali now coming down pit road. We know he's very off strategy being 4 laps down. So Seth Cole 3rd, Oskin 4th, Alves is 5th. John Arndt 6th, Cole Devers 7th. So they're pretty much where they were. Same for Andrew Miller, who was in 8th. Rob Evans 9th and Kev Shearer 10th. Let's go through the rest of the field. Alex Gray 11th, Peter Sands 12th, Jay Jefferson 13th, Charles Jackson 14th, was one of those guys who pit really early. Mark Riggleman 15th, Patrick 16th, Levi McIntyre 17th, Marty Johnson 18th, Alex Ferrante 19th, and Zach Flickinger 20th. So TJ Hanley stayed out a wee bit. He's 22nd right now. Ace Rogers finds himself up to 23rd. And there is Jonathan Zorlin, your race leader. But like I said, a lot of lap cars here. If he starts getting put to the outside, not only will Seth Cole close up, but that'll let Kukulon try and take the lead. John Nunn drove the 9 car last year. He got that car a win at Papyrus. In fact, Bulldog Motorsports Has 2 wins at Papyrus in 2 events over 2 years. Zach Rogers in 2017. John Nunn in 2018. But we'll see if the rookie Kugelon can get it done, because Sorlin is stuck on the top side. So we hit lap 87. Kugelon just a wee bit short. And as you guessed it, 6/10 of a lead go off the board there. As Seth Cole begins to close up even more, and now put in new race leader rookie Sebastian Kugelon. No Truck Series experience, and this man in the 9 car is getting it done. Sorlin will fall back to second. That time by, Seth Cole did not gain anything. There are still another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lap cars in between them. Seth Cole there in third. Austin fourth. Lap down car Mendez is there. He's in 39th. Then Alves in 5th. As Arndt will get passed by Cole Deaver for 6th. Shelton's a lap down. And that's about it. Gray up to 9th. Evans up to 10th. And then Tringali is the real weapon. We are going to take another break, and we'll be back on lap 94. We are back here again at Rockingham. Sebastian Kugelon, as you can see, still leading, in fact, pulling away from Jonathan Zorlin, the winner from Daytona. Seth Cole still third, Austin fourth, Alves in 5th, then Deaver, Arndt, Miller, Gray, and Kev Shearer. That is the top 10, but you can see a field of lap traffic in front of Kugelon right now. And sure, at some point, these lap cars could pass him back. Right now, he's trying to put William Flickinger a lap down. William runs in 32nd. You can see Sanford and others are just, right now, Sorlin's stuck on the top side. So Sorlin is going to lose a ton of time to Kugelon. But these lap cars will eventually get up to Kugelon and probably pass him as well due to the difference in tire age. So right now, Sorlin's just kind of falling back helplessly. See, that lap time he lost a good 4/10. He'll fall in line here though in 1 and 2. Remember, Nate Rogers was one of the guys who stayed out a long time. Not only is he a lap down, he's probably got 3 laps on the tire age. See, Mendez is going to pass Seth Cole here. So 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th are all lined up. So I mean, it could be any of these guys depending what the strategy play is. As we are about 3 laps away from being in the window to make it, so we'll see if anyone pits early or what. Mind Shelton's on fresher tires here too. There's Arndt, there's Miller, and there's Gray, and then Tringali's on the freshest tires of them all. Shearer back up into 10th, Sands 11th, Evans down to 12th, but man, what a day for that 88 team. Hanley is beginning to fall. He's down to 20th now. Ace Rogers still 22nd. Unbelievable. Problems again for Gardner. He's down to 41st right now, but Kugelon continuing to pass lap down cars, but now he will get put to the top side by William Flickinger. So the lead was up to 2 seconds, and he was still gaining on Seth Cole and others. So we'll see how much Kugelon loses here. He's going to lose a whole 3/10 there to Sorlin. 1 and 2 is top line preferred at this point in the run. So he should be able to get back down in line behind Flickinger. Actually, maybe not if Qualls is going to get a run here. Looks like they're just going to run their line. There's Zorlin. Gatlin Downey, Hoffman, and Mendez are the only 3 lap cars left to pass him. And then he will be a sitting duck for Seth Cole and others on fresh tires. As Alves has fallen down to 6th. Actually, he might have just been in 6th anyways. Like, it's getting pretty crazy here. We're at lap 100. Kugelon now just gonna sit here in the lead. Lap cars back off, and now Seth Cole back down to 5 seconds back. Kind of shocking that they're not gaining anything. They're about 20 laps into this run. But we're in the window. When does strategy come in? Are you going to be one of those guys who's 11 seconds back like Kev Shearer. Do you make a kind of bold strategy pit now? Take 4 tires. Are you going to be able to gain those 12 seconds over the course of the run? As now Kugelon's going to put Quentin Moore a lap down. Moore's also going to lose spots to Nate Rogers and James Shelley. Now we know Nate's on fresh tires here. Shelley's trying to put him to the top. Nate might get a run here. And he does. He's actually going to get such a run. He's going to try and pass Kugelon to the top. 3 and 4 has got no top line, though. Oh, they're going to be 3 wide there. Sanford, Shelley. Nate Rogers. What's this going to do? Sanford can't quite clear. Now he does. Nate will again get a run on the top side. But Kugelon is just kind of pretty happy right now. They've got one more pit stop to nail, and he'll be the first rookie winner of 2019. Sorlin's still looking to start this season off with another top 5 if he can just hang on here in second. He's got a pretty good strategy thing going on here. Seth Cole and the others, though, have faded. They're showing no good speed here in the pack in dirty air. And here's Tringali now, so interesting enough. Alex Gray has caught up to Arndt. Miller has made it by Arndt for 7th. Looks like Gray will get by for 8th place. So overall, though, Chevy Camp showing out pretty strong here today. And Seth Cole now falls to 5th. That's the low point of the day for the 42 team. Oskin up to 3rd. Deaver up to 4th. But Tringali will be there. Oh, this is for position, I believe. Deaver going for 3rd here, right? Is he pitting? Nope. It looked like the arc he was taking there for 3. It looked like he was going to pit. But so now Cole Deaver's up to 3rd, but he's got a bumper full of Tringali. Mendez got by. See if Sorlin gets passed by Downey here or not. And it looks like that will occur here, and that'll put just 2 more lap cars in the way. As Gray flies by Miller for 7th. Seth Cole now falling back from Samet Oskin, man. Seth had such a strong car early on in the day. As the day goes on, cars change. Tringali will pass Deaver. Alves is trying to get that position. Something almost seems wrong with the 42. He is super slow, and Gray's coming up here like there's no problems. Not sure what's going on with the 42, but that let Gray and Miller catch up no problem. So Sorlin now runs in 2nd behind Gatlin Downey. Tons of cars still between Sorlin and Kugelon, but it looks like Shelley and a few others have made it by. But the lead is 3.3 seconds. We'll be hitting 28 to go this time at the start-finish line. Everyone's got to pit again, and Charles Jackson is the first to make a good strategy call here. Sorlin's going to come down. Austin Alves is coming down. This is the call I was talking about. So the first group to come down, Peter Sands, Rob Evans, McIntyre, and others. Ace Rogers. There's Kugelon. So Kugelon will surrender the lead. Deaver, others. I mean, they pitting a lot earlier this time. It's only a 27 lap run. Looks like Jose Mills will be the first one to stay out. Like I said, they're pitting a lot earlier this time. You know, they're only at 27-second lap times. Sorlin pit first. He should take the lead with a short run. That could be the call to win the race. Mills and others will pit this time. Nate Rogers, Charles Sanford, they're staying out there fighting for the lead right now. Hoffman's on fresh tires. Look at the difference. They're even going to be able to get down. This car's coming out. This car's coming up on them. Oh, this could get crazy. Nate and Sanford will get down. Tringale's got to pit soon, too. There's Sorlin, but Kukulon is right there. Sebastian Kukulon. Still in range. Sorlin trying to get a second win on the season in just 3 races. And we will stay here on coverage for the rest of the race. Here goes Nico Tringale. But put Jonathan Zorlin to the lead. Kukulon in second. Third place is all the way back here, man. Austin Alves in third. He's going to have a good day again after Atlanta. Him and Sorlin are really going to stretch out the top 2 in points. Andrew Miller's up to 4th. Deaver 5th. Oskin in 6th. Peter Sands 7th. Alex Gray 8th. Seth Cole down to 9th as TJ Hanley now. Pit road problems with the 24. John Arndt sits in 10th. So keep hitting the pace car. Jefferson down to 17th now. Ace Rogers up to 19th. Day's gotten better for them the longer it's gone. Here's Sorlin about a straightaway on Kukulon. He just ran his fastest lap last time by at 2:19. Fitzwater ran a 1:66 at some point. 21 to go this time at the start-finish line. Kukulon is showing no signs of closing. Alex Ferranti had the same issue. So Ferranti and Hanley with problems, just like Nico Tringale. So there will be 3 cars storming through the field, several laps down, and that's going to make things very interesting if they get to the leaders. 20 to go. Kukulon did pit a lap later, but I'm not certain what the strategy call was. Down to 1.57 seconds. Sorlin's just in the zone right now, all focused up. Andrew Miller 8.24 seconds back. Kukulon losing 2/10, surprising. Did the 5 team make the correct adjustment to try and win this race? Ace Rogers is really falling back now. Almost half the field has been put a lap down. Ace is 23rd. Sorlin continuing to charge his way up here. Trying to find the first car with super fresh rubber, and it would have to be the 48 of Ferranti. Miller 3rd has gapped Deaver in 4th. Sanford and Nate Rogers, they're on really good tires. When I say really good, I mean newer. So many lap cars from 2nd to 3rd. As Kukulon's trying to get back in the zone. He gained back 3/10 last lap. 16 to go. And he loses time again. Cannot be losing time at this stage in the race, and this just might be Sorlin's experience showing. Sorlin's experience at these speedway races, you know. See, last year he won at Charlotte in the Netherlands, and in 2017 he won at Michigan. This is definitely another unique track to add to that intermediate wins list. And Sorlin is just barely stretching out that lead. Trying to put Ace Rogers a lap down, put a lap car between him and Kukulon, a teammate at that. Another 10th gone there. Curtis in 24th place now. Dylan Young started second, but not a great day. Sits in 26th place now. And here comes Ferranti on a mission. He's got some left side door damage. Fresh tires, really making things interesting here. So Kugelon gaining some time back that last lap. But what he needs is for Sorlin to take a hit. Tires, problem, mechanical, something. No, Sorlin just gained those 2/10 right on back. Kugelon's just doing everything he can. It's just so tough at the Cup Series level. Sorlin decided to pit that one lap earlier, and that let him get the jump on Kugelon. Next time by will be 10 to go. Another 2.5 tenths. Good quarter of a second right there. Kugelon's got a bumper full of lap traffic. Marty Johnson was running in the top 10 earlier today. He's down to 28th. Well, not top 10, but close to it. And Kugelon will get passed by Curtis and William Brock. Unless they get to Sorlin, that's gonna pretty much make it nearly impossible. Nine laps to go for Sorlin in the 5 car. Third in the standings last season with those 3 wins, Charlotte, Netherlands, and Sonoma. Otherwise, Sorlin is just basically kind of like Johnny Gardner in a way. A lot of speedway wins and then that one win at a non-intermediate. In the case of Sorlin, it's a road course. In the case of Gardner, it's a super speedway. Those other problems have helped Gardner out minimally. He is 39th instead of 42nd, like he was on lap 13. Sorlin with no pressure from lap down cars. Kugelon continuing to get a lot of pressure from these lap cars. Are just so much newer tires. Leads down 3 seconds now. Miller has really closed up though. There's Andrew Miller in 3rd, and you can see all the lap cars between him and Cole Deaver. Alves down to 6th. Sands 9th. There's John Arts, just first car top 10. He's got Kev Shear behind him, and Patrick Sick up to 12th. Remember, Sick is the top rookie in the standings right now, but what great showings from Miller and Kukulon today. Miller had to work his way to the top 10. Five laps to go here at the Rock. Honestly, it looked like it was going to be Seth Cole's day. Then it looked like Sorlin had an edge. Then it looked like it was going to be Kukulon. But the strategy for the last pit stop seems to matter the most. Especially considering how much lap traffic came into play. 3 to go at the start-finish line. Sorlin's lead almost up to 4 seconds now. Indeed, 4.13 seconds. What a day, what a season so far for Jonathan Zorlin. Putting up, as Rob Evans just came to pit road, and don't understand why it seems every time we come to Rockingham, the more green flag laps we go, the shorter runs these drivers will make. As Cole Deaver has come to pit road at the end of the race. Unbelievable how these drivers and these pit crews aren't putting fuel all the way in these cars. And Deaver's going to go from a good top 5 to a very bad finish. In fact, Seth Cole is no longer in the picture in the top 10 either. But none of that matters. We're going to come off of turn 4. Jonathan Zorlin will get the win here at Rockingham. And Zorlin already with 2 wins through 3 races. So we saw several drivers have to pit there at the end for fuel constraints. And that has shaken up the top 10. Zorlin wins, Kukulon 2nd, Miller 3rd, Alves 4th, Austin 5th, Gray 6th, Shearer 7th, Sick 8th, Arndt 9th, and Levi McIntyre is going to get 10th. Let's see where those drivers fell to. And indeed, good finishes out the window. Rob Evans to 38th, Sands to 35th, Seth Cole 34th, Deaver 33rd. Not sure how those cars were short on gas. Regardless, that is the race here from Rockingham, and I will see you guys next week at Auto Club for the second race in the new Speedway package.